The Amazon rainforest is a world of secrets. It is a vast, green ocean of trees. Sunlight struggles to touch the forest floor here. Strange and wonderful creatures live in its deep shadows. The air is thick and heavy with the smell of wet earth and blooming flowers. Every leaf, every vine tells a story of survival. This is a place of immense beauty. But, it is also a place of constant danger. Life and death are partners in a silent dance that never ends. The jungle is always watching, always waiting. It is a world where only the strongest and the cleverest can hope to see another dawn. Beneath the canopy, a hidden world exists. Rivers wind through the trees like dark, mysterious snakes. They carry secrets from the mountains to the sea. In these waters, creatures from ancient times still hunt. The sounds of the jungle create a constant song. Monkeys call from high branches. Brightly colored birds sing their melodies. The buzz of countless insects is a steady hum, but silence can also fall suddenly. This silence is often a warning. It signals that a predator is near. The smaller animals know to hide when the jungle holds its breath. It is a signal that something powerful is on the move. This part of the Amazon is different, however. Legends spoken by the wind say it is a place lost to time. Here, the rules of the outside world do not apply. The trees grow taller, the flowers are brighter, and the shadows are deeper. It is a kingdom hidden from human eyes, a sanctuary of immense power and mystery. An ecosystem has formed here that is unique, a pocket of the world where evolution took a different path. It is a place of impossible wonders and terrifying realities, a living, breathing labyrinth that protects its own and punishes any who dare disturb its delicate balance. Visitors are rare in this secluded corner of the world. The terrain itself acts as a formidable guard. Impassable ravines and treacherous swampy marshes form a natural barrier. The very air seems thicker here, charged with an ancient energy that discourages outsiders. Those who might stumble upon it would feel an unnerving sense of being watched, of trespassing in a sacred place. The jungle here does not simply exist. It lives with an intelligence, a collective consciousness that is aware of every rustle of a leaf and every ripple in the water. It is a fortress built by nature itself. In this hidden kingdom, an unlikely ruler holds his court. He is a lion, not a jaguar, the spotted hunter native to these lands, but a true lion. His name is Leo, and his presence is a magnificent anomaly. His mane is a great golden crown around his powerful face. His coat is the color of sun-drenched sand, a stark contrast to the deep greens and browns of the jungle. He is larger and stronger than any jaguar. His roar is not the cough of a jungle cat, but a deep, rolling thunder that can shake the leaves from the trees. He is a king in a land not his own. The other animals of this secret domain both fear and respect him. When Leo walks, the forest floor trembles. The monkeys fall silent in the high branches. The deer and tapirs melt away into the undergrowth, giving their king a wide path. They know his power. They have seen him defend his territory with a ferocity that is unmatched. He is not a cruel ruler, but he demands respect. His presence brings a strange kind of order to this part of the jungle. His authority is absolute, and no creature dares to challenge his reign. He is a symbol of strength and stability in this wild world. Leo's origins are a mystery, a legend whispered among the jungle's inhabitants. Some say he journeyed from a faraway land, crossing mountains and rivers to find this sanctuary. Others believe he was born of the jungle itself, a spirit of the sun given form to rule the shade. Whatever the truth, he is a creature of immense power. His eyes hold the wisdom of a long and difficult life. He understands the language of the wind and the secrets of the water. He is more than just an animal. He is the heart of this hidden paradise, its guardian and its sovereign. Every day, Leo reinforces his rule not with aggression, but with presence. He patrols the borders of his vast territory, his scent marking the trees and rocks as his own. He is a solitary figure, a king without a pride, yet his kingdom is the entire valley. He moves with a quiet confidence, his powerful muscles rippling beneath his tawny coat. He is a silent, watchful protector. The jungle has accepted him, embraced this strange golden king as its own. In return, he guards its secrets and maintains its ancient, delicate peace. The morning sun casts long shadows as Leo begins his daily patrol. Mist hangs low over the ground, clinging to the ferns and mosses. The air is cool and damp. He moves with a silent grace that seems impossible for such a large creature. His paws, as wide as dinner plates, make barely a sound on the soft earth. He walks along a familiar path, one he has marked countless times. His golden eyes scan everything. He misses nothing. He checks the high branches for danger. He sniffs the air for the scent of intruders. This is his ritual, his duty. His patrol takes him through different parts of his kingdom. He crosses a swift-flowing stream, leaping from one mossy stone to another with effortless power. He moves through a grove of giant bamboo, the tall stalks clattering together in the breeze like wind chimes. The sounds of the jungle are a familiar comfort to him. The chatter of parrots, the low hum of insects, the distant cry of a howler monkey. They are all part of his world. He is connected to this place, a part of its very soul. He is the watcher, the guardian, the undisputed king. He pauses near a clearing where sunlight has broken through the canopy. Colorful butterflies dance in the warm air. Here he stops to drink from a small, clear pool. As he lowers his massive head, his reflection stares back at him. He sees the scars of past battles on his face, reminders of the challenges he has overcome to claim this land. He is not just a king, he is a survivor. Every day is a test. The jungle is beautiful, but it is never truly safe. Peace is a prize that must be won again and again, with every sunrise. After drinking, Leo continues his journey. He walks towards the southern edge of his territory, a land of swamps and dark, slow-moving rivers. This is the least pleasant part of his kingdom, a place of dampness and decay. Yet he must patrol it all the same. Danger does not respect borders. He knows that threats often emerge from the darkest, most forgotten corners of his realm. His duty is to face these threats, to ensure that his kingdom remains a sanctuary. He is vigilant, always aware that peace is a fragile thing. As Leo approaches the murky swamp, the air grows still. The lively sounds of the jungle fade away. A heavy silence descends, broken only by the drip of water from hanging vines. He senses a change in the atmosphere. The usual residents of the swamp, the capybaras and the caimans, are nowhere to be seen. The water lies flat and dark, like a sheet of black glass. An unnatural quiet has fallen over this part of his territory. Leo's ears twitch, and a low, soft growl rumbles deep in his chest. He knows this silence. It is the silence of fear. He stands at the water's edge, his powerful body tense. His sharp eyes scan the surface of the river. Nothing moves, but he can feel it. A presence. Something large and ancient is watching him from the depths. He can smell a strange reptilian scent in the air, a smell of mud and old decay. It is a scent of pure menace. He is not alone. The hunter has become the hunted. The feeling is unfamiliar to him. For the first time in a long time, in his own kingdom, Leo feels a prickle of unease run down his spine. Then he sees it. A slight ripple disturbs the water's surface, not caused by the wind. It is slow, deliberate. A pair of cold, unblinking eyes breaks the surface, followed by a wide, scaly head. It is an anaconda, but one of impossible size. Its head alone is as wide as Leo's shoulders. The snake is a monster from a forgotten age. It floats silently, its gaze fixed on the lion. It does not hiss, it does not move to attack. It simply watches, a silent, terrifying statue of coiled power. The suspense is a physical weight in the air. The giant snake sinks back beneath the water without a sound, vanishing as quickly as it appeared, but its presence remains. Leo knows it is still there. lurking in the dark water, waiting. The lion does not move. His muscles are coiled tight, ready for action. He has faced many dangers in his life: jaguars, wild boars, even crocodiles. But this is different. This is a cold, ancient intelligence. It is a creature of the abyss, a predator whose patience is as vast as the jungle itself. The silent challenge has been made. Leo slowly backs away from the water's edge. He does not turn his back. His eyes remain fixed on the spot where the great snake disappeared. Every instinct screams at him that he is in mortal danger. The air is still thick with the reptile's scent. It's a smell that promises a slow, crushing death. He continues to retreat, step by careful step, his powerful body moving with a tense, fluid motion. He is the king, but even a king must know when to be cautious. He needs to get away from the water, back to the solid ground where he has the advantage. As he moves deeper into the jungle, away from the swamp, the feeling of being watched does not leave him. It follows him. He can hear a faint slithering sound in the undergrowth behind him, a heavy body dragging itself over leaves and earth. The sound is difficult to place. It seems to come from everywhere at once. The anaconda is not just in the water, it is following him on land. Its size is immense, allowing it to move through the dense jungle with surprising speed. The chase has begun, a slow, methodical pursuit. Leo quickens his pace, breaking into a low, powerful trot. He needs to put distance between himself and his pursuer. He leaps over fallen logs and weaves through thickets of vines. The slithering sound persists, a constant, menacing rhythm behind him. He glances back, and for a moment he sees it. A flash of dark green and black scales, a section of a body as thick as a tree trunk. The sheer size of the creature is staggering. It is not just a snake. It is a river of muscle and scale, flowing through the jungle with a single deadly purpose. He realizes this is no ordinary hunt. The anaconda is not just seeking a meal. There is an intelligence in its pursuit, a strategy. It is trying to herd him, to guide him towards a specific location. The feeling of unease grows into a cold certainty. He is being trapped. The jungle, his own kingdom, is being used against him. The trees and vines that were once his allies now feel like the bars of a cage. The scent of danger is no longer just behind him. It is all around him, a suffocating perfume of impending doom. Suddenly, the single slithering sound changes. It's no longer one sound, but many. From the shadows to his left, another colossal head emerges, and its cold eyes fix on him. Before he can react, a third appears to his right. They are all giants, monsters of impossible proportions. The single hunter has become an army. The jungle floor seems to writhe with their massive bodies. They're not just following him now, they're surrounding him. The air is heavy with their collective scent, a suffocating odor of swamp and reptile. The jungle has transformed into a living nightmare. Leo lets out a defiant roar, a sound of pure power and fury that echoes through the trees. It's a challenge to these silent hunters. But you know, the snakes do not react. They just continue their slow, relentless advance. They move with an eerie coordination, their massive bodies weaving between the trees, cutting off all paths of escape. The jungle, once his sanctuary, is now a chaotic battlefield. Vines pulled down by their immense weight crash to the ground. Small trees groan and snap as the serpents push them aside. Chaos erupts around the embattled king. The anacondas are turning his kingdom into a trap. They use their long bodies to form living walls, blocking his way. One snake coils around the base of a giant tree, its tail sweeping across the path ahead. Another drapes itself between two large rocks, creating an impassable barrier. They're not rushing. They're patient, methodical, and terrifyingly intelligent. They are building a prison of their own bodies, slowly tightening the circle around him. Leo is trapped in the center of a tightening knot of pure muscle and predatory instinct. Panic is a luxury he cannot afford. He must think. He must fight. He dodges a sudden lunge from one of the snakes, its massive head striking the ground where he stood just a moment before. The force of the impact shakes the earth. He leaps onto a high rock, trying to get a better view, to find a weak point in their ever-closing circle. But wherever he looks, he sees only the endless, shifting scales of his enemies. The swarm of serpents is a relentless, living maze, and he is the prize at its center. The chase becomes a desperate, running battle. Leo is no longer just retreating. He's fighting for every inch of ground. He uses his agility and speed, advantages the massive snakes cannot completely counter. He leaps from rock to rock, using the uneven terrain to his benefit. He ducks under a sweeping tail and claws at a thick, scaly body that tries to block his path. His claws, usually so deadly, scrape against the snake's tough hide, leaving only shallow marks. Their scales are like armor. Direct confrontation seems futile. The anacondas continue their coordinated attack. They try to trip him with their tails and corner him against cliffs. One snake attempts to drop on him from a low-hanging branch, a silent falling weight of death. Leo hears the rustle of leaves above and leaps aside just in time. The snake crashes to the ground with a heavy thud, momentarily stunned. He sees a small opening and sprints through it, gaining a few precious seconds. But another snake is already moving to block his new path. It's a relentless, exhausting struggle. His kingdom has become a deadly obstacle course. He runs through a narrow gorge, the snakes slithering on the cliffs above him, trying to dislodge rocks to rain down on him. He dashes across a rope bridge of woven vines, feeling it sway violently as a snake tries to grab it from below. He is using every bit of his knowledge of this land to stay alive. He knows every path, every hiding place, every trick of the terrain. But the snakes are relentless. Their numbers and their sheer size a terrifying advantage. Fatigue begins to set in. His powerful muscles burn with effort. His breath comes in ragged gasps. He knows he cannot keep running forever. The snakes are tireless, their cold-blooded bodies built for slow, sustained effort. They're wearing him down, draining his strength. He needs to change the fight. He needs a place where he can stand his ground, where their numbers will not be such an overwhelming advantage. He needs an arena. A memory sparks in his mind. A clearing, a place of open ground. It is his only chance. With a new destination in mind, Leo's movements become more focused. He's no longer running aimlessly. He's heading for the one place where he might have a fighting chance, a large circular clearing at the heart of his territory. It's an ancient place where no trees grow and the ground is hard-packed earth. To get there, he must navigate the most treacherous part of the jungle, a maze of thorny vines and steep ravines. He hopes the difficult terrain will slow his pursuers even for a moment. His bravery shines through his exhaustion. He faces his pursuers with courage, not just fear. When a snake lunges, he meets it with a snarl and a swipe of his claws, not just to injure, but to show he is not yet beaten. He is the king, and he will not be hunted like common prey. His roars of defiance are a constant proclamation of his will to survive. He's fighting with his spirit as much as with his body. This display of courage seems to confuse the cold-blooded creatures. They're used to fear, to prey that panics. They're not used to a target that fights back with such spirit. He uses his intelligence, his greatest weapon. He notices that the snakes are less coordinated in the densest parts of the jungle, where their massive bodies get in each other's way. He deliberately leads them through thickets and narrow passages. The tactic works. The snakes become a tangled, confused mass, their pursuit slowing as they struggle to navigate the tight spaces. This buys him precious time. He is not just a creature of strength, but a strategist, a king defending his life with cunning and skill. Finally, he breaks through the last line of trees and into the clearing. He stumbles into the open space, his body aching and his lungs burning. He turns to face his enemies. The sight is terrifying. The edge of the jungle seems to boil with movement as the army of giant anacondas emerges from the shadows. They pour into the clearing, their massive bodies forming a solid wall of muscle and scale. They stop, their heads raised, their cold eyes fixed on the solitary lion in the center of the arena. The chase is over. The final battle is about to begin. The clearing becomes a silent arena. The sun, now high in the sky, beats down on the hard earth. There is nowhere left to run, nowhere to hide. Leo stands alone in the center. His golden coat is matted with dirt and sweat. His breath comes in heavy pants, but his eyes burn with an unbroken fire. He plants his feet firmly on the ground, a solitary golden statue against a tide of monstrous green and black. He lowers his head, and a deep guttural growl rumbles from his chest. It's the sound of a king preparing to make his last stand. The army of anacondas surrounds him completely. There must be a dozen of them, each one a giant in its own right. They do not attack at once. They wait, their massive heads swaying slowly from side to side, their forked tongues tasting the air. They seem to be waiting for a signal, for a leader to make the first move. The silence is absolute and terrifying. The jungle itself seems to be holding its breath, a silent audience to this epic confrontation. The fate of the Whispering King hangs in the balance. Then, the largest of them all moves forward. It is the first one he saw, the monster from the swamp, its head scarred and its eyes ancient with malice. It slithers slowly towards him, its immense body leaving a wide trail in the dust. The other snakes remain still, watching. This is to be a duel between kings, the king of the sun-drenched savanna and the king of the dark, murky depths. The snake coils its massive body, raising its head high, ready to strike. Its shadow falls over Leo, a dark promise of the crushing end it intends to deliver. Leo does not back down. He meets the serpent's cold gaze with his own fiery stare. He lets out one final, magnificent roar. It is not a sound of fear or desperation. It is the roar of a king. It's a declaration of his strength, his courage, and his right to exist. It echoes across the clearing and into the silent jungle, a thunderous challenge thrown in the face of impossible odds. The snake hisses, a sound like a great wind rushing through a cavern, and lunges. The epic showdown has begun. What happens next is a story